do what we gotta do. Let's speak with Erenville to take on... Yeah, upon speaking with Erenville, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It's recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. You obviously know what this means. Something very important is going to happen, and it will. Because we are taking on our next level 90 main story quest entitled The Rites of Succession. Erenville has been waiting patiently for your arrival. I've acquainted the twins with the city as best I could in a short time. Their unbridled enthusiasm made it rather difficult. Invariably something that would catch their eye spurred them to run down an alley to investigate. So it's like herding a pair of unruly curs. Wow, I never known the twins to act like that. I understand all too well. Charlene had the same effect on me. Right then, now it's time we saw the inside of the palace. Papa will want to know I'm home and to meet the allies I've chosen. Yeah, that's why I've dressed in a dignified manner. Given how impulsive he is though, there's no telling what we might be in for. Oh? Well, why don't we go find out? Oh, we hear something going on. Something is very much going on. Did we run into a fight we weren't supposed to see? Or maybe we would run into an ally we didn't expect to see. Mon frere, did you pick the wrong time to come visit?
Estinian? When did he get here?
What's the point? Why is he here?
Exactly.
Oh, you know this man?
Oh, very well. For all the way back from 2014. A rival, then an ally, then an enemy, then an ally again.
He invites them to Sunpurge to duel. Pressing duties or no, he can't resist a good fight.
Really? That's what this is all about?
So the one that Estinian is crossing blades with.
Yeah, this big guy, believe me, he is big. Yeah, they are really coming to blows. Give him what for, mon frere.
That will do, Spearman. I will receive my darling daughter.
Oh, that's all? Yeah, it's not just his darling daughter.
Know that you are the strongest I've fought in many a moon, if not longer. It is the privilege of a life long lived to face such a formidable soul.
If it's formidable you want, then look no further than that man there.
Yeah, we dragoons stick together. Hello there, sir.
I see you, warrior.
And I see you too. You and your two heads. And so...
We had no idea you meant to visit Tyrrell.
I've seen what lies east. This time I chose west.
And thus did our itinerant dragoon make his travel plans.
Long before we did.
You witnessed our bout. If you thought he was fearsome, that was with one head dozing.
Dozing? He wasn't even at full strength?
I'm not sure I understand.
Yeah, there's an explanation in order.
The old man has been feeling his years. The uncovered side is the head of resolve. and age has only deepened his love for combat. But the head of reason, wiser of the two, sleeps more and more these days. As I understand it, the veil helps with the restoration of his magical energies.
Enough about me, Lamati. I want to hear of your adventures.
Yeah, enough about the man in charge.
Lamachi.
A term of endearment. It's what my family calls me.
Okay. No, it wasn't even its final form. Yeah, it's an honor to meet you, sir. Or, I guess in this case, sirs.
Oh. When last did we see you in the palace? Greetings, Solonesh.
It's Erenville now, Dawn Servant.
Oh. Apparently you go by more than one name.
I took the name while abroad, and have since grown accustomed to it.
Erenville, then. And these others? I assume are Lamati's recruited allies.
Yes, we are.
Ha! All tempered steel. Yet as much as I'd enjoy testing their metal, the hour of the right is at hand. I will summon the other claimants at once.
Then I shall leave you to it.
Oh, you don't want to come along?
Good fortune, my friends.
I guess you're satisfied with your cameo and you're on your way. And so, sometime later... Open the big doors! Oh, he's back. I guess he's casually late, or fashionably late, rather. So is this all of us, or is there more?
The claimants are assembled.
Oh, that's all of them?
The first promise, Zorolja.
You suddenly look very imposing.
The second promise, Ona.
Oh yeah, Wuka's told us about you.
The third promise, Uklamat.
And then there's this guy.
And lastly, the chosen of Mamuk, Bakul Jaja.
Yeah, he's not a promise, apparently. I wouldn't get too cocky if I were you.
You four will compete in the rite of succession, the outcome of which will decide who takes my place as Dawn Servant. I am not the man I once was. My wiser half sleeps the days away, and it is time I yield my position. But mine is a torch that has never been passed. Tuliyola is young, and so I look to the always for inspiration. The rite of succession, the means by which the autarch of Mamuk was chosen. Only the two-headed were deemed fit for this contest. But the Tuliyola I built is a nation of many peoples. Our leader needn't have two heads, nor be a Mamulja at all.
So you wanted a more level playing field. Much to your chagrin.
So I gave the right of claimant, not only to the son I sired, but to my adopted children as well. Yet the opportunity to rule was still not equal. That is why a recent tournament offered a place in the contest as the winning prize.
Oh, really? Just said anyone can come on in. And that's how you ended up here.
Now you have us to compete against. Though it seems the One-Head was already too afraid to face us in the tournament.
Maybe he was busy or something?
Our brother was in Shock Tural leading the Landsguard on a campaign to eradicate a Tural Vidral.
Yeah, he had better things to do.
Anyone with sense would know he was too busy for games.
Yeah, the gamesmanship is already in effect.
Now for the part you've been waiting to hear. The nature of the contest itself.
Battle Royal.
To triumph in the right of succession, and thereby claim our nation's throne, you must travel the lands of Yogg-Tural and find the City of Gold.
Wait, what? So, well, that's quite a thing to ask for. Given the skepticism of if the City of Gold exists, you're obviously going to make this incredibly difficult.
If I may, Father.
Speak, Kona.
The Golden City is an ancient Turali legend, but after so many failed attempts to find it, the story has become more fairy tale than fact. If you would charge us with such a quest, are we then to assume you have proof of the city's existence?
You offer us proof, my unbroken word, for I have seen it with my own 4 eyes.
Alright, well that's fascinating.
The city's real. All those years.
This was before the founding of Tuliyola. I traveled the lands of Tural with my companions, and we ended our journey at the gates to the Golden City. I mean to have you do the same, but in order to achieve victory proper, you need to break the seal I put in place.
I see. Or in this case, I seal.
Bring them.
And yes, that was a bad pun, but I did it anyway. AC, I'm not showing... I haven't unlocked Viper yet because I'm waiting for a certain point in the main story when it's convenient for me to go and get it unlocked along with the other job. Yeah, of course, there are 2 new combat jobs in the new expansion, but I prefer to wait for a more convenient time in the story to go and unlock them. So what do you have here? Oh, those look familiar. They look very familiar, in fact. We saw them not that long ago.
The Tuliyola saga.
You will retrace the path I walked to unite our peoples, step by step. Along the way, 7 chosen electors will be waiting to measure your worth. Earn their keystones by performing the feats they ask of you.
Wow. That's quite a daunting task.
Once you've defeated each of the 7 tablets with the keystone, you'll have the key to unlock the seal on the Golden City's gates.
So the contest is in stages, none of which can be skipped by rushing to the ultimate objective.
Yeah, in other words, you gotta play fair.
Exactly. Exciting, isn't it?
Martial tournaments, hunting festivals, And now this? You do so love your contests, Papa.
Were I a few years younger, I would have joined in myself, giving you a proper challenge. You may think the ride is tedious or nonsensical, or both, but I am yielding our nation's throne. Let me have this final indulgence.
A waste of time. Just name Bakunja as successor and be done with it.
It's like, you'll play by the rules or else.
The rite of succession begins now. I'll be watching you progress with great interest. And Clement, remember to collect your tablets before you leave.
Don't forget any. You'll need every single one. So I guess the seconds are departing for now. Meanwhile, Kral wants to step forward.
You are one of Lamachi's allies. Speak freely.
I am Cryo Baldessian, representative of the students of Baldessian. My name is perhaps familiar to you?
Ah.
It would seem you sent this letter to my order some years ago.
Yeah.
The ink has since faded and much of the writing is illegible.
Yeah, were you hiding it in your pocket this whole time?
Even so, we managed to determine the essence of it. A request to investigate the Golden City, addressed to my grandfather, Galuf. Included with the correspondence was this earring. A fairy tale and a piece of jewelry were enough to convince my grandfather to sail halfway across the world. So there is surely some greater mystery at work here.
I'm sure there is.
On behalf of the students, I've come to seek clarification on the matter. Have you any knowledge you might share with me?
Well, we're about to find out. In the meantime, Kitsune, welcome, and welcome to your raid allies. It's good to see you all this evening. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. It's nice to meet you. I'm Kitsune's FC leader in this game, so it's nice to see you all.
Not at this time. I have tasked the claimants with finding the Golden City. To fulfill your request would afford one of them an unfair advantage in the right of succession.
Yeah, I guess that would be pretty disadvantageous, wouldn't it?
But once the contest is decided, I plan to entrust the entire truth to my successor. If you want to hear it, then you had best help Lamachi win.
Yes, indeed.
Very well, Dawn Servant. On my honor as a student of Baldessian, I will find your Golden City.
Thank you for hearing my petition.
Well, now we have extra incentive. Yeah, because Carl's as determined as any of us. We're just along for the ride, but she's here for more important reasons.
How about that? She's grown into a remarkable young woman. You should be proud, Galuf.
Well, thank you very much for that, Taka. It's nice to meet you as well. Meanwhile, yeah, lots of people are waiting outside. Including us. Yeah, I guess we're asked to leave before we have something else happen.
Too late to change your mind now, I suppose. But are you sure you wish to be part of this?
Well, it's basically like Expose says, we're at the
Our
point of no
third
return.
promise is not wont to take no for an answer. Though you may have agreed to help, I worry that you were swept up in her relentless enthusiasm.
She certainly doesn't lack for that.
Or perhaps you've been lured by the glory of the Golden City. Either way, this contest for the throne will place you and yours at the heart of political turmoil. If you are second-guessing your decision, tell me now. This may be my last chance to help you withdraw.
Well, it's not like Rika asked me to do this for nothing, right? Flashback. Hi, Graha.
Life is a series of journeys, my friend. And there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another.
Yeah, I want to see where this journey leads, or I made my decision, I need to see it through. Yeah, Rika wanted me to go on this journey, and so that's what I'm doing.
Is that so? I will speak no more of it then.
Alright.
As for my own involvement, I can no longer conduct myself as a mere guide, I think. Not after the Dawn Servant's revelation.
What revelation? Meanwhile, we hear something happening. And the crowd is whipped up into a frenzy.
Here they come! It's Saralja! Such a fearsome mien. Make no mistake, there goes Tuliola's mightiest warrior.
Oh wait, is that a fanboy?
First promise, our village needs aid. The cold weather stunts our crops, and the children of our village go hungry. Once you ascend the throne, I beg of you, grant my people new lands, please!
As in, move them somewhere else?
Serelja,
Oh, hello.
take heart, tiller of the soil. The resilient son, blood heir to the Dawn Servant, has heard your pleas.
Whether or not they're taken seriously, we'll find out soon enough.
Soralja, the first promise and commander of the Landscape. Serelja, the Palaceer. As he was so careful to remind the crowd, Soralja is indeed the natural child of Gurul Jaja.
And Resilient Son, is that another title, like the first promise?
After a fashion, common knowledge has it that two-headed Mamulja cannot sire children.
Oh, really?
Yet Soralja was born all the same, with a head of Resolve's features and a head of Reason's scales. An extraordinary example of life's unyielding resilience.
And a warrior's reticence. He says little, but the way he moves... I know a hardened soldier when I see one.
Yeah, I can imagine you would, honestly.
He's a natural swordsman, a gift he inherited from his father. Some even say that the son has already surpassed the sire. Should he come to power, the first promise means to employ that martial prowess in the conquest of foreign lands. For this, he and his supporters have been labeled expansionists.
Oh? Sounds a little like Garlemald.
This puts him in direct opposition to Wuklamat, who advocates for the preservation of peace. You may recall that she spoke of a claimant who cannot be allowed to rule. That is Soralja, the warmonger.
And you don't think that the two-headed big guy would do the same thing? Oh, Kyle, are you sick?
Kyle, are you alright?
The echo. It gave me a glimpse into Zawalja's ambitions.
Wait, the Echo still works for you?
Deep and unknowable, like an abyss. Yet at the same time, a roaring, unquenchable fire. It was a trifle terrifying, to be frank.
I guess the Echo... I'm glad the Echo didn't work on me this time. Meanwhile, the crowd is ready to cheer again. Here comes our Mikote with a gun on his back. And here come his fanboys.
Second promise! You must bring us more marvelous conveniences! More dirigibles and trains and the like. We need you in charge to make trading easier.
Oh, so that's what you're about?
The elders, they complain and complain about abandoning tradition. But we're not like them, afraid of everything foreign and new.
You have our wholehearted support. With your ingenuity and knowledge, you're sure to win the contest.
Forgive me, but the rite of succession is barely begun. I will hear your petitions if and when I am named Dawn Servant.
Yeah, he's more like, let me get to...
If you will excuse me.
He's more like, let me get to business here. There'll be plenty of time to listen to what you fanboys have to
Plain
say.
spoken, as always.
That's Arcona. Practical to a fault.
Away he goes.
Here we have Kona, the second promise, who spent time as a pupil at Charlian's own studium.
Now that you mention it, I think I did see him in the halls once or twice. There was nothing to suggest he was Turali, much less from a royal family.
That was by design. He forwent his usual garb and took an Eorzean name to avoid attention.
Like you did? Because, yeah, apparently you have your own.
So it was Kona who
alternate
introduced the dirigibles. And the railway too, given what we just heard.
In furtherance of his goal, to enrich Tuliolal with every bright notion he learned of in Charlia. He is the hope of those who prize innovation. As aloof as he may seem, Kona and Wuklamat actually get along rather well. They bicker and banter as only close siblings do.
I'm guessing you're referencing the twins as well. And the crowd cheers again. Or is that cheering or is that fear? I guess some are cheering.
How gracious of you all to cheer the lesser Glavans.
Well, he certainly does have his fans. Others, though, not so much. Oh, wait a minute. They're like, you'll cheer me or else!
Oh, come now. What are you afraid of? I'm no different from your Dawn servant. That my kind should reign is Mamulja tradition, and has been so since before there was a Tuliola. I'll brush aside your feeble contenders, and then you'll see who deserves your fealty. Well said, brother.
Yeah, to say that he's cocksure is an understatement. I mean, he even scares his own people.
The Mamulja have finally found peace in Tuliolal. I pity those fanatics are intent on keeping that tradition alive.
Oh. Maybe Herenville can enlighten us on what's going on?
The chosen of Mamuk, Bakul Jaja, winner of the recent martial tournament, and the only claimant not of the Dawn's promise. His strength is undeniable, but you see how he is. A few devoted Mamulja are his only supporters.
Well, we saw more than that.
What would he do with the throne should he win it?
Yeah, that'll definitely be a question we don't want answered.
His policies and so forth. I doubt he's thought much beyond winning the contest itself. But one thing seems certain. If he does become Dawn Servant, he will see the Mamulja exalted as the ruling class, and all others forced into subservience.
Sounds like another that cannot be allowed to rule.
Yeah. I guess all the fanboys of the other promises are on their way. Yeah, it's like, where's Wuklamat in all this? Here she comes. I mean, you do have your fanboys and girls. There's still here for you.
We wish for one thing and one thing only, third promise. To abide together in harmony with our neighbors whom we love in this land we share. It is our way, the Turoli way.
Galul Jaja built for us this peaceful nation, and we beg you to preserve it.
You have my word. I won't let your pleas go unanswered.
Until Tuliolal was founded some 80 years ago, this continent was ravaged by war. The eldest among us remember that dark era, and they are Wuklamat's most ardent supporters.
Apologies. It's hard to get away.
Well, you gotta have your
This
fans
is
admire
Namika, my childhood nursemaid. She's been like a mother to me my whole life. I told her it wasn't necessary, but she insisted on seeing us off.
you. Nice to meet you.
I place our precious third promise into your care. Did you know Wuklamat was taking part in the rite of succession?
Wait, what?
Of the Dawn's promise. I thought it was only Zoralja and Kona. If she has any accomplishments to her name, I've yet to hear them.
Maybe this is something we didn't
Compared
need to
to
hear.
the two Mamulja, she pales in martial prowess. And then there's Kona, who's far and away the most educated of the bunch. I hate to say it, but it's hardly a competition.
Wow.
It's fine. More than anyone. I understand how much better my brothers are than me.
So you really are the underdog in all this.
Better? Wuklamat, I have never thought of you as the lesser sibling. Your brothers may excel in their respective ways, but you boast qualities that both lack. A strength that is yours alone. Having cared for you for so long, I should know.
Thank you, Namika. Well, we ought to be on our way.
Yes, we must.
Yes, hurry along. I await word of your victory with bated breath.
And so away we go. Well, not yet at least. Yeah, I guess wave goodbye to her before you be on your way. And so now let us your entourage guide you to victory. Yeah, in fact, that went on for so long. It's now nighttime. All right, Wook. Well, so much for the brief reunion I had in mind. Papa is not one to waste time when he decides to act. I'm used to it by now, of course, but others are often caught off guard. In any case, we should talk about how we're going to find the City of Gold. All we have to do is work with all the 7 tablets and their connection to the Tuliolal saga. Might I first suggest comparing the tablets against the pillars? We could check for any discrepancies between them. Good idea. Let's go and take a look. Alright then. Let's go. Let's run down those stairs into the Resplendent Quarter. I think I can make a drop from this point. Yeah, so I haven't really had much attention to pay for the raid messages, but Kitsune, it's really great to have you guys come over and join us. Very grateful for the raid. Yeah, I'm thinking I may need to alter the alerts so that they also come on when we're in cutscene, but of course I want to try and preserve the cutscenes as much as I can. That makes everyone. Wuklamat, the tablets if you would. Of course. Okay, so let's see if there are any things that are different. Everyone has a tablet? Then let's compare them to their respective pillars. Keep an eye out for even the smallest differences. So, everyone help yourself to a pillar and a tablet. Yeah, there's not enough of us to see every one of the pillars and tablets. And of course, one of them is blank. And so after our assessment, unless I'm missing something, the glyphs appear to be identical. The only difference being that the tablets have holes where the keystones are to be fitted. So now that we've established that the scenes are the same, where do we go from here? Yeah, that's a good question. The Dawn Servant said that we were to retrace the path that he walked in uniting Troll's peoples, and that we would encounter 7 electors along the way. Then we have the answer here in front of us. Papa's path is all laid out in the Tuliolal saga. And hopefully we can get the solutions we need. The events the glyphs portray, do we know the exact locations where they took place? If one is close, we could go there and search for an elector. That would confirm that we're on the right track. What do you think there, Wook? Let me think. The Lay of Reeds was in the nearby Hanu Hanu settlement. Papa took me there once. It was during festival season and the whole village was alive with good cheer. There's also the Lay of Gold. That one involved the Pelu Pelu village, which is about the same distance from here. Before going anywhere, we should ask around about the road ahead. Alright. I heard a lot of talk as we toured the city about that storm that we passed through at sea. Apparently it ravaged Yogg-Toral several days ago. Since our roads are not as well paved as the Odysseus, they're more susceptible to damage from natural disasters. If we want to avoid wasting time taking a dead-end trail, I suggest we spend a few moments making inquiries. Okay. If it's information we need, where's the best place to get it? Just leave it to me. I'll bring the information to us. Alright. Well, if you know where to find it, you go and get it. But, yeah, maybe she could have let us know where we could reconvene. It would be prudent to ensure that we're prepared for the journey. I'll guide you to the accommodations I've arranged. Alright. Yeah, they'll be this way. Easily visible from orbit. Well, there must be something that the Dawn Servant knows that we don't. Yeah, so let's get out of uniform and just casually for a while. Oh, no, Kyle, I don't want to talk to you. I want to speak with Erenville. That's right. The reservation is under Wuklamot's name. If you don't mind, I'll leave my companions to you. Certainly, sir. I'll go and track down the third promise. Once you finish organizing your gear, you can meet us outside Zabal Tai. Yeah, you're thinking of the Great Wall of China, aren't you there, Bubba? Greetings, visitors to Tuliolal, and welcome to the Forward Cabins. Nice to meet you too, Peshakwa. Whenever you're ready, I'll show you to your rooms. Thank you very much. As you can see, they're all built out onto the sea itself. I guess they wanted to give people more of a fun little location to relax in. Kind of reminds me of places that I've seen in travel videos from the South Pacific, actually. So, yeah, there's Bayside Bevies is the closest, so we'll go over there. And so we'll just chill out here. Await your companions and embark upon the rite of succession? Yes. Yeah, gotta be up early for this departure. Trust you to be the keenest to head out, Matthias. So where are our two friends? But where Ereville and Wuklamart, I wonder? Oh, here you two are. And you've brought some people along. Oh, good, you're all here. Who might your companions be? Yeah, can you tell us about yourselves? Seeing as we needed information, I thought who better to get it than from the locals. These two hail from the villages that we're thinking to visit. Nice to meet you two. Very contrasting in stature. I give you credit for taking initiative at least. Oh, what do you mean at least? I am honored that the third promise would seek my advice. I too am happy to answer your questions. Any encounter might be an opportunity to do business. Thank you both for your help. Before we begin, there will doubtless be other occasions when we need to act independently, so I brought these for the two of you. Oh, what do you have? What's this? 'Tis called a link pearl. Oh, okay. A gemstone harvested from a special shell. When linked together, they allow people to communicate across great distances. Yeah, that's very clever of you there, Arfanode. Is that so? What a handy thing to have. Yeah, now we can always be in touch. It will be very useful on our travels. Speaking of which, I should get back to introducing my two new friends here. Yeah, tell us all about them. Well, after you do what needs to be done and we'll complete the quest. The Tuliolal saga features a number of Tulal's clans. Two of those, the Hanu Hanu and the Pelu Pelu, have settlements relatively close to the city, so I brought a representative of each. As I mentioned before, the Hanu Hanu are a cheerful people who love their festivals. They make their appearance in the Lay of Reeds, and their home village, Okehanu, is located in Kozamauka. The other, smaller fellow is one of the Pelu, a clan of business-minded folk from Okopacha. They appear in the Lay of Gold and craft all kinds of marvelous goods in Wachupelu, the village. Now, as for deciding which village to visit first, why don't you put that adventurous instinct of yours to work for us, Matthias? Pick our destination. You're gonna leave it to me, huh? Upon completing this quest, the main scenario will branch into two quest paths. Accepting the quest from the Halfu Hanu will temporarily prevent you from accepting the quest from the approachable Pelu, and vice versa. The second quest path will become available from the respective NPC once you have completed the series of quests from the first path. Furthermore, story elements and quest rewards will not be affected by your initial choice of path. Speak with the NPC you prefer, and embark upon the trail for the rite of succession. And as the sun begins to peak over the horizon, we'll take our nearly 1,000,000 experience points and 1,475 gil. And so, there we have it. We now have our two deviations. A little guy and a big bird who are going to help us out. But as you can see, there's now side quests that are available to use, including ones with exclamation, or rather with plus signs on them, which means that they're going to be very helpful for us. So there are a few now all around the city. But we're gonna go ahead and do one last thing, and then I'm gonna call the stream. So, the best place for me to go to do this is going to be, by the looks of it, from the main Aetheryte Plaza. Because there's one of the Aetherytes that we did not attune to. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick that up before we call it a night. Let's go around the crazy path that requires us to jump down. And then from there, should be able to hopefully drop in. I'm reading the map right. Or can I? Yeah, I'm not familiar enough with the map to know everything there is to know. Yeah, still trying to feel my way around in Tuliolal. Oh, here we go. Incoming! So yeah, here's another part of Bayside Bevy. But this is Wachukumeki. This is where we want to be. This is the primary marketplace. This, Wook mentioned this one earlier, but we never came to it until now. So this is the last Aetheryte we have to pick up. And there we go. You attune yourself to all the Aethernet shards in Tuliolal. And so, with that in mind, that is where we will go ahead and call things here for this opening stream of our journey in Dawntrail. We have now firmly set our feet in the new world, and we are now ready to take Wuklamot on her journey for the rite of succession. So, I will be back with you guys here at the same time tomorrow night at 8 PM Eastern, and we will pick up where we left off, and we will begin the journey by helping out the two villages, the Hanu Hanu and the Palu Palu. Before we do, though, I want to see if there's someone we can go raid. Let me bring up Twitch. Let me bring up Twitch on the main PC and see what I can find for you guys. See if there's anyone, because, yeah, Kitsune, if you're still watching, I would have had the opportunity to come and raid you if the opportunity presented itself. No one I see on my followed list is currently playing 14. Let's see if we can raid someone who maybe is not getting enough love. Lola High. Okay, so yeah, there are a lot of people who are doing the Savage raids right now, so I think we'll go ahead and choose... Let's go with this one. Alright, I think I know who we're going for. So I'll put that into chats. Make sure I have the thing set up the way it's supposed to be. Alright, so I will go ahead and have you raid this person. This is Sensuya. They're currently doing the Savage raids of Dawntrail right now. And not sure which one this is because I haven't made it there yet, but I certainly would encourage you to go pay a visit, show your support, and cheer them on. So, with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the start of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail live here on Twitch. And I'll see you guys back here tomorrow night as we well and truly get the Rite of Succession underway. So, thank you very much everyone for watching, and until next time everyone, may you ever walk in the light of the crystal.